Testing 1, 2, 3. Can you all hear me? Hi, TD. All these rhymes that I just made. Howdy do, everybody. Welcome, welcome. I'm not going to be on for like all night, but I have no husband at home. I have no son at home. My daughter is occupied watching movies with her friends. And so I thought I would come on here before I crack a bottle of wine and start having a Saturday night myself. Hello, Prima dear. How are you? I see everybody's in the comments. TD, thanks for modding for me. I really appreciate it. So tonight, doing readings for you guys. So I've got 2 chats going. I see Rainbow Rose is in the house. Give me a shout. Let me know where you're coming from. If you're not a member or you're not a subscriber, let me know where you're coming from. So we've got Lisa. Aloha, Lisa. How are things in the beautiful island of Maui? How are things going there? Lisa, I think you need a reading. Who needs a reading? Hands up. Who needs a reading? Let me know. Let me know. If you want me to read on pop culture, I will, but I would prefer to read for you guys tonight. So Greg and I were talking about doing an episode of Tipsy Tarot too. So Sydney, Australia, Rainbow Rose. G'day, girl. Morgan's mom. All right. So the rules are this, guys. If you want a reading, those of you that have been here before, all caps, tell me what you want me to read on. Hello, Joy, Zephyr K9, Mel M in Sydney. G'day. So is that Nevada? Zephyr, are you from Nevada? Right on. Love Nevada. My father-in-law bought a bunch of property up in the Ruby Mountains there 100 years ago. Not 100 years ago, but a long time ago. And Stephen Magnus, howdy do. So yeah, he bought some property in the Ruby Mountains, and we none of us have seen it. So he's got like, I don't know, like I think he bought like tens of acres for like dollars. So Joy, you're asking for health reading. All right, let's see how I can do this. Let's see how this is going to work. I've got one of these cool things here since I got the new stand-up. Oh, so by the way, everybody who is a subscriber, I did get my diagnosis. I have a herniated disc. So I am really injured. It wasn't just me faking it. And I'm going into traction for the next 2 weeks. I won't, not the whole 2 weeks, but I'll be in traction for a bit. But I'm not supposed to do any overhead lifting or anything like that. So no cheerleading, raising the roof, whatnot. But I got this great stand-up desk, and this is my anti-fatigue mat that I use. It's actually a balance board, and this you can massage your feet on. It's really, really cool. So I want to try and keep using that while I'm doing readings. So I got all this crazy real estate here. So I'm just going to pop up. So I'm praying for quick healing too. So guys, just remember, TD, if you can, just every now and then pop up there that if they want personal readings, it's got to be in all caps. I'm gonna get to as many of you as I can, as quickly as I can, because I'm not staying on all night. So I have Joy Yoli, your health. Let's see. So I'm getting something in the sinuses. I'm getting something that is in like the this part of your face. So it like could be your teeth or your jaw or something like that. But I'm getting something that's kind of fussy here. Sun in reverse. It's a slow reveal. 2 of Pentacles. We're going to have 2 difficult decisions, but we're probably, if this is something on your face here, hello Harriet dear, Tech Geek Dame, hi Samantha, I love you. Mwah. Just guys, I'm gonna get to you as fast as I can, so just don't repeat, just leave it once. I'm gonna go back up and I'll star the comments as best as I can as they're going by. Just give me 1 second. I'm gonna keep going on this. Joy, just hang on, baby, hang on. I just want to make sure that I have all of these Morgan's mom, I see yours. I got it starred, so you don't have to repeat it. All right. So as soon as I see all caps, I will mark the reading so it goes into a special category so that I can see it. All right. Um so I do think if there's something that's going on in this area of your face, they may have to do an extraction or some kind of removal, some kind of taking something out of there. So I would be a little bit concerned about this if it's not bothering you, but now because it's a slow reveal, it's going to come up a little bit slower. Six of Swords. If you do have, Lisa, I just saw your comment too, and I have epilepsy as well. We'll talk about that. This is going to take you out of a realm of poorer health or declining health. So when we get that Six of Swords, it's kind of we avoided having a little situation. So teeth, we do have poorer health when we're looking at teeth and those kinds of things. There will be follow-up work on it. We got two here. A great physician or dentist who will be working on you. It'll be a relationship that will be long lasting, so it'll be a good thing. And down here, there's going to be some other work that has to get done. So it may have to be time and time again. You have to go back like for a couple of little tinkers here and there. So just keep that in mind. There's going to be work to be done as you proceed. So I don't know if that's something you're aware of, but hopefully it's not something that's going to be too much. So Mel, I see your comments. WHT. I'm not sure what that is either. And then you said, "Bugger, try again." So try it again. Harriet, if you want to get a reading, just throw it up there. And TD, where's your comment? I am gonna pin TD's instruction, Tarot Destiny. I'm going to pin her comment to the top. Those of you, Tarot Destiny is one of my students. She has a YouTube channel as well. You can go over and check out her. Let me see if I can. Let me go to your channel real quick. And I'm going to drop your link. Copy. Paste. There we go. So you all can go over there and give her a sub. She is building her community over there. So, and she's a great sub. She's a great reader. I'm sorry. I'm a little bit draggy today. So, all right, let me go back up here, guys. I'm going to keep up with these. Samantha, yes, you can have a reading. Hello, Majestic Oracle, another YouTuber out here. Tech Geeks, bonsoir, Francois. I put all of bonjour, bonsoir, Francois, and Tabor all in the same word. That was. I'm still having trouble with Mel's question. Mel, I love you though. I think you're the greatest thing ever. Just keep trying, honey. Keep trying. All right, so I'm gonna go over to the question. So guys, keep going. Morgan's mom. Here we go. You would like a read? Oh, so I have a special deck for this. I have dog tarot deck. Yes, indeedy, I do. So those of you that follow my channel, you know that I used to be a security dog trainer once upon a time. So, and I just trained a dog last week. My aunt got a Malinois mix. She's a Malinois mix. And I went over and I did some training for her. Worked out great. The dog is a firecracker. So reading on your dog and her health. She's recovering from cancer surgery. She is 11. So one of the things, because I have this stupid back injury, it's making it a little bit hard for me to pinpoint pain in individuals, animals, those kinds of things. I do remote viewing, so usually I kind of extract the pain, but I'm also a clairvoyant, so I will clairsentient, so I will feel what's going on. But this, I think, was a good thing for sure. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger so you guys can see it a little bit better. Actually, you know what? We'll just do that. You guys can still hear me. You don't have to see my face. So, if we are looking at the magician, this means that we caught things at the right time. We're getting things organized in the proper fashion, and we're approaching the situation with the correct tools. So, hi, Penny D. Three of Bowls. We are going to be working on a few different directions with puppers here. So, what we're going to be doing is diet, exercise, and proper medication care, that kind of thing. So, there definitely is a holistic approach to what you're doing in terms of recovery for puppy. So, that I think we're doing great. And then over here, this is very cool. This is actually the High Priestess, but it's the third card in the Major Arcana, but this is the kibble. So it's a little bit different in my dog tarot deck. So the kibble is where we are existing on one side of the veil. We have all of the questions. We are knowledgeable and learned and wise and experienced. And all of those things are going to go into the collective recovery of the physical systems of puppers here. So, a lot of this, if you believe in like hands-on healing, those kinds of things, please make sure that you focus on that. Hands-on healing really does do a lot of things. It can move some stuff around, even as someone who is just starting out, a student, if they're astute, they can really do it. So Reiki, those kinds of things, absolutely. If you work with crystals, anything like that, I would say do that as well, in addition to the traditional practical kind of treatment for your puppy. So yes, I think things are good. I think you're headed in the right direction with her. So keep doing what you're doing and don't give up hope. And we all send out healing energy for little puppy. So let me go back to the chat and just see what's going on. I'm scrolling down. Hang in there, guys. Oh, Harriet. Here we go. Stick with me, guys. Stick with me. Oh, thanks, Majestic. I'm trying. So Mel, I have questions about those auroras. I'm a little bit concerned about them. We were having a yes, Zephyr K9, Malinois, Fur Missile, absolutely. When I did my agitation work, when I got my police canine, my handler, police canine handler certification, my Malinois, the ones that I had to agitate in order to get that certification, your arm vibrated at the end of the day. It was pretty wild. I'd take a Rottweiler over a Malinois any day. I want to welcome Grandma Mimi, just became a YouTube member. Thank you so much. It's people like you guys that are keeping my hope alive here. This is my full-time job. This is what I do all day long. Penny D, I see your super chat. Guys, I'm not opposed to super chats if you want to throw some out there. Let me get back to the question. Harriet, go get a drink. Greg and I are going to do a tipsy tarot thing. I advise all my students not to drink in tarot, but we're going to have some fun with it. And we're going to do a tipsy tarot one day. So, Tanked, I see your question too. I'm going to go back up here. Stephen Magnus, my favorite person. This guy has so much information on the inside. So Megan makes a point of investing in female companies. Is this her true heartfelt passion, or is it just for PR? What do we know? What do we know? What do we know? And I'm working with the Pulp Tarot today, guys. It's not in the comments, but I can drop a link for it in a little bit. The Emperor, she doesn't really care about female run organizations. What she cares about is the money in her pocket. She really cares about eyes on her, money in her pocket. How is it going to benefit her? She actually sees women as needing upliftment. She needs upliftment, and or they need upliftment. She really wants to give women a leg up because they don't stand a chance against the men, which is really pretty sexist when you think about it. She thinks that she's going to become like a Gloria Steinem type. Here, Two of Swords in reverse. She's going to be outed. Like, it's unfortunately there's so little authenticity in everything that she does. There's just so little authenticity that we really do have to kind of take it with a grain of salt. I mean, Harry's on his way down to Florida right now. Don't go. And he's bringing water. Like, dude, seriously, bugger off, for Pete's sake. I feel a certain way. I feel a certain way. Oh, Grandma Mimi, I don't know if Alicia would do it. She's a little bit of a hardliner with the no drinking in tarot. But I'll ask her. I'll run it by her. All right, so hang on, because I'm gonna skip ahead just real quick. Because Harry, I'm gonna do you because I want you to go get a drink and then come back. Harriet said she's going to have a drink if I answer her question. So I'm skipping ahead. I'm putting you in the front of the line, baby doll. So, okay. When will the flat be finally renovated and be mine legally? So let's look at when it's going to be renovated. Let's start there. Let's start there. Oh, Samantha, I'm on my way out there too. 420. Yeah, I'll be out on the porch. 420 on the porch. So, all right, let's go, guys. Let's go. So good. My parents don't watch this. All right. So, whoops. So tarot is interesting about telling time. It gives us a scope on how to tell time. So let's see if we get a season. Okay, let's see if we get a season. Two of Pentacles. We're talking about winter. So winter is really like when the months kind of get colder. So it's just starting to get cold here in New Jersey. So up where you are, as it starts to get into a winter-y feel. So I'm thinking like January, like December, January, but I'm really leaning more psychically toward January. So I'm thinking January, we're going to get the work done. There's going to be some leftover work. It's not going to all be done. So they're going to have to send workmen back in to kind of tinker with a few things, but it won't be unlivable. Just want you to know that. So when will it be yours legally? This will be a little bit slower, but it's in motion. So the onus, it's no one's really dragging their feet, but it's more important to you, Harriet, than it is to everybody else in the operation. So you kind of have to be the fly in the ointment here. You have to be kind of the one who bugs everybody about it, which really stinks. I hate being that person. But it just, you have to kind of poke them with a stick. And I think that they'll move a little bit faster for you. So just know that one. And you can ask me other stuff on WhatsApp if you want. You can throw me some questions on WhatsApp. Samantha Mustard, my favorite Irish lady. How are you, darling? So let's go. Let's go. Everybody that's asking for readings, just sit tight. I'm going to get to you. I'm going to get to you. Going as fast as I can. Anybody catch my my Toxic Brides series that I started? It's been fun. Personal reading for Samantha. 3 of Swords. What's this, baby? No broken hearts here. All right, so the fastest way to heal a broken heart is to start moving again. So Ronald Reagan said something very charming about when you lose a dog. The only way to get over a good dog dying is to get another dog. And I do agree with that. Now, sometimes we have to get on with ourselves. We have to get on with the program and not bear ourselves down with the past. That's something that we need to kind of skip over. We are only as good as we are in the present moment. And the present moment is what sets the pace for the future. So figure out. We're going to leave this here for now because I'm going to find that yellow brick road for you. Those of you that are new, part of my tarot reading, I'm always go find the yellow brick road. Let's find the yellow brick road. Let's figure out a way out of this. So how do we get to this healing part? You're already thinking about it. You're already moving in that direction. How do we get to the healing part? It is tower crashing moment. Now, usually when I get the tower in the upright, this is about the things that happen to us. So the things that happen to us, sometimes they are fated and caused by other things. So in this case, I do think that a chain of events will be causing this upheaval for you. So the upheaval is going to be good. So not to sound like Ron Weasley, you're going to be miserable, but you're going to be happy about it. Or what did he say? 5 of Cups. I don't want you to think, if there is this upheaval in your life, I don't want you to think, no, Samantha, don't slap your face. It's okay. I don't want you to think that this is a bad thing. So if there's upheaval, I want you to embrace the change and go, yes, we're going to move forward into this craziness. You do not look backward. You do not say, well, I should have done something differently. It's exactly where you need to be, because what it's going to do is it's going to put you in this suspended animation. You're going to be kind of stuck in a little space for a little while, spinning, which is going to get you to vibrate with the new future, if that makes sense. So this cataclysm is going to hold you in space so that you can spin and kind of get a really good perspective and really soak up the atmosphere. It's going to be a good thing. At the end of it all, you're going to be like, oh, okay, this is why it all went this way. That's why we get this hangman. That's why the story went this way. Oh, that rotten guy was taken out of my life. He cheated on me with some tramp in a bar because that stopped me from marrying him, because he's a big stupid loser with rotten feet. I don't know. I'm just making this up, but I don't think you dated a big stupid loser with rotten feet. But this is something you're going to have an experience where things are going to change for you, but because of something that you did before, if that makes sense. So life is good, Samantha, baby. Well, you're on my WhatsApp, so we can WhatsApp. You can WhatsApp me later. WhatsApp me later. All right, so we're going to get rid of that. And Zephyr Canine, are you a canine person? I would like to know if you are a canine person. Oh, my goodness. Hang on. Wait a minute. You got ringing a bell here. Harriet Blanca. Thank you, my dear. You are too kind. And I know you said this is out of your wheelhouse, like getting crazy readings on the internet. Oh, nobody was supposed to say. I'm sorry. We always shout them out, Harriet. But thank you. Oh my God. And Samantha, you're welcome. You're welcome. You are welcome. Grandma Mimi, I'm going to get to you in a second. Stick around. Stick around. I will put a marker on. Hang on. There we go. All right. So let me get back. I'm marking these questions as best I can, guys. So Zephyr Canine, are you a canine person? I am very, very curious about that. Hi, Foxy, under an assumed identity. You have German Shepherds, not PD, but you're a canine trainer. You've done some tactical training. That's awesome. I was a Rottie person myself. I loved Rottweilers. I'm wondering if I'm too old to have another one, but I had German Shepherds when I was a kid, and I thought they were great. And currently, I have a border collie who is not well behaved. Not well behaved. So, all right. So let's see. Personal. But I think, Zephyr, I think you asked me for something else. Let's see. Was there another part to your question? Oh, no, no, no. Okay. It wasn't you. All right. So personal. Personal. 7 of Swords. Ooh. All right. So, Zephyr, I got to pull some more cards on this. Time and time again. Sometimes we just don't learn the lesson, do we? Sometimes we encounter the same archetype of person that comes into our life and causes disruption, but we bring them back in. So, once upon a time, my mom used to say to me, "Oh, you have a sweet taste for shit." And, it wasn't necessarily true, but I dated one guy who was a mell of a Hess. Um, my parents told me, date a guy who's rich and see what happens. Well, he was a complete psychopath. So after that, I said, I'm not going to date rich guys anymore because they're crazy. But anyway, so this is a repeated situation where the same kind of nefarious character kind of creeps into your life. So I don't know if this is romantic relationship or if this is personal relationship, but this is the same kind of nefarious creature that creeps into your life, causes disruption, and causes this cycle of growth and then excitement and then craziness, and then it's not romantic. So this might be a business person. So definitely this is a situation where we have to break the cycle. So the problem is that some of these people come in masquerading as other things. So what the universe is doing to us is they're trying to get us to learn a lesson, and they send us different wolves in sheep clothing, or sheep and wolves clothing, or well, striped, one or the other. I just threw cards all over the place. Sloppy shuffle. So how do we avoid this? Again, yellow brick road. How do we get out of this? We're going to find the yellow brick road. So tower crashing moments. 4 of Swords. 3 of Swords in reverse. 5 of Cups. I shuffled these cards, guys. You saw me do it. And the 8 of Pentacles. What is this lesson? Hang on, because I want to find out what this karmic lesson is. I see what the karmic lesson is now. So, all right. So that damn tower, right? So what happens? The reason why you're encountering the same type of individual is because you need to transform into something different. Yes, it's time for you to change things up, Zephyr. So you need to transform, but you're reluctant to do it because it doesn't feel like it fits correctly. It's like putting on a pair of jeans that are way too tight. It feels a little awkward, just kind of having that grown up professional kind of level of conversation and interaction with this person. So one of the things I can tell you is that this is going to be very freeing in the formality of language, in the formality of interaction with this person. You are going to be freed because we don't get into those chaotic discussions, those emotional crazy discussions where it just goes round and round and round. Well, I want to paint the office purple. Well, I want to paint it blue. And I want to have this thing. And I want to have this desk. And, it just you never count the petty cash, you never pay the bills on time. It just kind of goes round and round, and it just really turns into a round robin discussion that never gets solved. The reason why you are being taught right now to sharpen your conversation, your communication, the way that you interact with these types of people. One of the best purchases I've made in the last year was an audio book by Chris Voss, VOS. And he is an FBI hostage negotiator, retired one. Now he coaches people in the business world, salespeople, those sorts of types. But he has a book called Never Split the Difference. And I think everyone should listen to this audiobook or read the book or follow him. He's unbelievable. If you follow him on Instagram, though, you're going to get a million private messages from him because he's got a bot that sends out lots of private messages with little videos and stuff. It's great. But it's a little bit tedious at times. Let me grab a sip of water. Just hang on one second. So I would say listen to that book. Never Split the Difference is a 4-hour or 5-hour long audiobook. Worth every minute. Worth every minute. Get in there, learn some different communication skills. I'm not saying better communication skills, but different communication skills so that you can arm yourself to deal with these people that are just going to make you go round and round and round. Doesn't matter how smart they are, doesn't matter how crafty they are, just make sure that you have some wordsmithing in your arsenal to protect you against people that are going to try to manipulate you, because they're going to keep coming up. I think once you learn how to do this, you are going to be able to get yourself out of this karmic loop, and you're going to be able to move on. So it's going to be great. What? Foxy, your channel is hidden? Foxy, I'm going to check that later. There's no way you're blocked, dude. There is absolutely no way. That is terrible. Unbelievable. So Lisa Davies, will your son's epilepsy be cured? So you have landed in the right place. I am an epileptic from a head injury that I had in 1995, and I have not had a seizure since 2000. So it's been lovely to not have seizures anymore. I did have complex partial seizure disorder. I had grand mal seizures. I was all over the place. At one point I was having an average of 8 grand mals a day. It was not fun. I did not like phenobarbital. I did not like any of the other drugs that they put me on. And eventually I did take myself off. And I did some research on valerian root, and I wound up going like this whole holistic route. I don't recommend it. I'm not a doctor. I don't think it would work for everybody, but it was a very challenging part of my life, and I can imagine that it is a challenging part of your life as well as your son's life. It's never good to watch our kids go through something tough. So let's see. I just want to switch. I want to switch cards. I want to do something a little bit differently. All right. Hi, Pamela Morrow. Hang in there. Yeah, TD, I don't know how I did it either. It was awful. But now I got a herniated disc. What the hell? So, all right. So let's see. Epilepsy. What is going on there? I'm going to remote view a little bit too. So this is interesting. I think as idiopathic as they were coming on, they just, and I do see your comment that he is on the spectrum too. We have lots of people on the spectrum in my family. Hi, Outer Limits. Oh, good night, sweetie. Yeah, that's okay. Thank you for stopping in for a second. This is the Star Tarot, Harriet. It's a really great deck. It's like a Thoth based deck. It's really cool. So as as idiopathic as they were coming on, I think they are going to abate. So there is going to, and it's not, right away. Like this isn't something like that's gonna, disappear, over the next 2 weeks or anything like that. There's going to be a process of going through doctors. Your care is going to be integral. One of the things I know, when I was coming out of seizures, I was very confused, and I sometimes didn't recognize people. I didn't recognize my ex-husband on a number of occasions, and you kind of don't know where you are. So having mama there as a touchstone, I think, is a very good thing. There's going to be some work with the doctors. Now, I'm doing acupuncture right now for this crazy herniated disc that I have. And I think that there is some application of alternate methods here that may add a different layer of care and comfort to the situation. Having a seizure is a terrible experience. I mean, one of the things, I would hear helicopter rotors before I would have my seizures. That's what it sounded like. And when I open up the sunroof in my car, I can hear these helicopter rotors. And I have to roll down the front windows. I'm like, oh, like it is a triggering noise. So there are going to be a care and comfort, I think, that's going to be very, very important. And that specifically comes from you. So you'll be able to reach out and help him with that. This is with the Eight of Swords in reverse. We're going to be able to come out of this. I do think that there's a medication process that's going to go in here, which really stinks. I hate saying, we have to be on medication. And again, stressing, I'm not a doctor. I'm sharing my experience because I do think it's valuable in terms of knowing that there is resolution at some, with some conditions. So, I do think medication will give us some freedom from that, but it'll be an ongoing process. So, try not to think that this is, wait, oh, he does cranial sacral therapy. Okay, good, good. That's awesome. Don't think that this is a permanent condition. I don't think that it's permanent. I think there is something going on chemically that's causing it. There's something happening chemically that's causing it. So I think it's rectifiable. And I do hope that it's rectifiable. I don't want you to have to deal with it for too long. Sometimes it can go on for a while, but I appreciate you letting me read for you and being so open about that. And I hope to see you back here. Samantha, I got you. Tech Geek Dame, is the career change I'm complimenting. I'm complimenting for the best. Well, I think it's contemplating, but I'm going to go with that. I'm going to go with that. All right, so career change, is it for the best? Is it for the best? Lovers, when I read lovers, I always read this as business unions. These are good unions, fair unions. Good night, Foxy. Foxy, I'm going to check and see if there's any issue with you. I don't think there should be, though. I'm not sure why you couldn't comment on here. You are one of my favorites. So good news, it is a good union, but I don't think that this is a permanent stay for you. I don't think you stay in this job forever. I think you so not the vocation, but the actual position that you're going to be in. I don't think you stay in that for very long. I think there's more mobility here. I think you're going to see a better way of doing things. And I don't think that this particular employer is going to, or this particular venture is, hi, Jodykins. I don't think it's going to serve you well for the long run. For the moment, it does, though, because it winds up being a springboard into a better situation. So, what is that better situation? Let's clean up our real estate. How do we get there? What are our lessons that we learn? Hope everybody's having fun. Let me know if you're having fun. So, I do think that you are going to wind up on a collaborative team. If you are going into business for yourself, I think that may be the challenging thing. I see more of a collaborative team, bringing a little of this, a little of that, Spice Girls of whatever you may be doing. So, absolutely don't worry about it being a permanent, like, you're not going to retire from this job. So don't worry about that. Kind of work through it. Love the one you're with is like really the best advice I can give you. Love the one you're with. There's going to be some money there. It's not going to be, super big money. I think there's more to be had once we get with a collaborative team and then we all work together toward a goal. So I hope that helps you. And thank you for your question. Thank you for letting me read for you. So I've got Irene Del Rio. Will my daughter get a full-time job soon? You're welcome, Tech Geek Dame. It was contemplating. That's what I thought. I don't want to edit anyone, but so all right. Everybody's got questions about their health. Hi, Donna. I see your comment. Stick around. I got a list. So, all right. Irene Del Rio. Will my daughter get a full-time job soon? Here we go. So, yes. You hear my giggle, my little lilt there. Yes, but I don't think she's going to love the position. I think she's going to take a position to get into a spot, and I think she'll continue to look once she's in there, which is fine. I just don't think that it's going to be the exact circumstance that she wants to be in. I don't think that they're going to be able to offer her everything she can. And I think she's going to be pining away for some other position that she had once upon a time. So best of luck to her. Actually, we're gonna before we drop that comment, what can she do to secure the job of her dreams? Ace of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. So this is kind of cool. Don't look for the flashy, oh, this is really good. Wow, a lot of pentacles here. Don't look for the flashy job. So, if she goes, say she goes on 2 interviews and one is in a big flashy steel and glass building. It's gorgeous. Everybody's clickety clacking across the floor in their high heels. And then she goes to another office and it's like, this happened to me when I interviewed for my last corporate job. I went in there and the lobby was great. And then they brought me into the back to get interviewed and everything was in boxes and they were these old cubes and there was like one person walking around and the guy who interviewed me had no books on his shelf, no pictures. He just had an open Coke can sitting there. And I was like, what in the world is going on? And I went home and I told my dad, I called my dad and I go, this place is crazy. Like, looked like they were like moving out before the rent was due or something. And he looked up the company and he was like, oh no, you want this job, this is a great company. And he was right. It was a great experience. It was a great company. It was the 8th largest brokerage in the United States, and I was one of their shining stars until I gave it all up to read tarot card full time, which is great. I love doing this. So but she's got to look beyond the glitter beyond the glamour. And that is where she's going to find her place to stay, and all this legacy money where she can keep building money and turning something into piles of money, a nice retirement hub. You know, eventually it will become a very difficult job, I shouldn't say difficult, but challenging. It's going to become a very challenging job, but that's good. It's good for the soul. It's good for yourself when you're making money and making a difference, and building something from the bottom up. So I do think that, it's going to be pretty easy to see the difference between the flashy, we don't want to pay you that much because we got to pay for this steel and glass building, and the kind of scrappy underdog that's going to be like, we're going to pay you a lot of money because we really like what you can do, and we want you to help build this business, and we want you to be a part of it. We want you to have a vested interest in it. So there's going to be a big difference, but difference between like working for like mass produced skateboard company and like a fun little surf shop someplace, so which we've all done in our past, haven't we? I worked at a surf shop. Yeah, Mel, these auroras all over the world, they're pretty wild, right? So let's talk about the sun giving us a blast or two of her delightful rays. Like the sun shining down on us. Crab Shack. So auroras happening all over the world. They are coming from the sun. Should we be concerned about them? Two of Wands. Ace of Wands. These are all firepower. Four of Pentacles. 10 of Wands. Overdose. Chariot. 10 of Cups. So, and if I'm right, guys, none of us will know it. So, what I see here is that these are, 1, 2, 1, 2 blast, but we're not finding out about the sun. Was very strong here today too, Tarot Destiny. I have a sunroof in the new car. I had a sunroof in the old car, but the sunroof, the sun was beaming down. I didn't have my sunscreen on today. I just didn't use it, and as one sometimes does when they don't expect to leave their basement. But they're not telling us the whole story about it. We're going to be seeing more and more of this. So I'm going to have to clip this, I think. I think we're going to be seeing more and more of these radiation events. Let's put it that way. I think this is something that's going to keep happening time and time again. Bob Robert, how are you, friend? Sure. Just if you have a specific question, put it in bold in all capital letters, and I will come back to you. I got a list. So, oh, Jody, you have a question. Look at that. I love that, Jody. So, this is the end of the world, not to quote Algra from the Dark Crystal, where my Dark Crystal fans at. Skeksis. So down here, this is the recklessness of the Fool in reverse is not the recklessness of powers that be not telling us what's going on, but it is more so the recklessness of the sun. So we're seeing that big golden light in the sky is getting a little bit unstable, but I don't think that the powers that be are telling us about it. So are we going to see more pretty auroras? Yes. Is it a good thing? I don't think so. So it's a little bit concerning, but good question nonetheless. I'm going to clip this video right here so I can make a short out of that. All right. And has it got anything to do with harp? Let's see. Does it have anything to do with harp? I love harping on the weather. This is one of my favorite things to do. 3 of Cups, 7 of Swords. That's a maybe. Oh, it has something to do with the moon and the Anunnaki. And the sun is a star. Remember that? Remember that, guys? I do think that it has something to do with interference, but not harp. I think it has something to do with the observation station up here. So I don't know what I believe about what goes on the moon. But with the Seven of Swords, the Three of Cups, that Five of Wands, there's something fishy going on up there. There is absolutely some odd stuff going on. Is it us that's doing it? Maybe, maybe not. Hang on. Yes, I think I can hide this. Do. Uh, okay, Harriet, I think I got rid of it. Harriet, just see if you can still comment. I hope I didn't remove you from commenting. So, is it us? Is it everybody? Harriet, just see if you can comment again, honey. Hi, Sprout. So, is it us? Nine of Swords. No, we're nervous about this. Is it them? It's them. Oh, Harriet, thank you. Yes, I can see you again. Okay, good, good, good. All right, so I think we've got Anunnaki issues rather than issues with us tinkering with the weather. You know, us lowly, fleshy humans, fleshy humans. So, Harriet, again, I'm sorry, honey. I wish I knew before I shouted you out. Woo! I sound like I'm tipsy tarot already. So all right. So Tinct 9. New business opportunity for our business. Should I go for it? So let's see. Let's look at the pros and cons. We'll do some tarot pros and cons. So we got some pros. We got some cons. So all right. So the pros over here is that the opportunity may slow down operations as they're happening right now. So the speed and velocity of which you're accustomed to working may change. And so sometimes like as a business owner, I know that sometimes when things slow down, you start to panic and you go, "Oh my God, we're gonna go broke." Yeah, and that happens all the time. Oh, Harry, I've got an amazing Pinot Gris upstairs. So Pinot Grigio, that tastes like butter. It tastes like butter and wine. But I know that when business slows down, what winds up happening is you really start to panic about where that money's coming from. What should we do? And sometimes in the merger process, the addition process, you wind up just kind of sitting on your hands, and it's a little bit frustrating. This is not a bad thing. The reason I'm telling you that this is a pro is because you need to be prepared for it. You need to kind of take a breath every single day and just go, okay, it's a process. I've got to get through it. One of the things, anytime somebody has a baby, I had very, very easy deliveries. I had pretty easy pregnancies. And whenever somebody's pregnant, at the end of it, I'm like, always come talk to me when it's time to deliver, because the baby's coming out some way. It's either going to come out where it's supposed to come out, or they're going to help you out and they're going to take it out. So if you get all angsty when you're in labor, you're just going to freak yourself out. So you just have to know what's going to come out. Like I know a lot of people that they just, we're in 30 hours of labor. That's never coming out. It's going to come out. The baby's going to come out. It's the same thing with this business. The end result is going to happen, but sometimes you have to take a breath and let the labor happen. Let the labor pains happen. Even if they're just mild, you just got to let them happen. It's not slacking off. It's adjusting to a new speed and format. So that's okay. Now the cons over here. If this is another person, this magician always reminds me of the monorail salesman in The Simpsons. Monorail, monorail. He's selling a monorail to Springfield, wherever, Simpsons World. And he's just a slick guy. So this is a slick person who wants to transform the business, wants to take the business to another level. They're kind of singing all of these things. This may be a bit too much, maybe an oversale of what is possible. Do we wind up with a good result? Yes. But do we wind up with the exact result that he said? Not necessarily. Maybe a little bit of growth. So we may have this slowdown and management of what's going on without quantifiable growth right away. So, I would, if you can have a third party kind of look at it with an invested eye, I think you might be on a good path here. So, what's the best thing you can do for maximum success? Maximum success. How's everybody doing? Everybody's liking their reading so far? Maximum success. Get used to kind of putting it into a slower gear. Just get used to being a little bit slower. Okay. There it is again. Slow down. Slow down. It's in there. I shuffled the cards, guys. I swear I shuffled them. I shuffled them. And there's the magician again. And then you can't make this up. This is the message for you. So it's basically what I said before. Just get used to being slower and letting things happen. And listen to the monorail guy. Just know that salespeople that always over deliver. They always oversell and overpromise and under deliver. So, yes. So, all right. Everyone's laughing about Bob in here, Bob and cats and craziness. All right. So, best of luck to you, Tanked, on that one. So Grandma Mimi, I am going to tell you something. So, I actually, before I resigned from my former job last October, I did 90 days of it was Ozempic. So my A1C is a mess. And I think that these kinds of things are very interesting. I think it's very helpful in some situations. So Grandma Mimi, you read too? Oh, thank you. I like that. Thank you for the compliment. That absolutely carries a lot of weight for somebody, who's, for me, it carries a lot of weight because you've been reading for 30 years. So you are very experienced. So I'm glad you like the way I read. I think it's just the Jersey accent. It's the crazy Jersey accent. So, is this going to have a positive impact on your weight and health? I'm absolutely going to say undoubtedly yes. Seven of Swords, though. So we're going to find out that we need to do some tinkering with some other things. And this is one of the things that it was stressed upon me with my doctor when I was getting Ozempic. I was, like I said, I was not on long and I was on a very low dosage. It is an opportunity. Ozempic is an opportunity, or any of the, how do I say this? Semi-glutides. It's an opportunity to chemically reorder your body and learn how to nourish that body appropriately for the phase of life that you're in, for the conditions that you have. It's a pause for you to just kind of catch your breath and catch up. So I do think it is going to have a positive effect on you, but I want you to be very academic about it. You're going to cut weight. This Queen of Swords, she cuts weight all the time. Okay. Cuts weight. It is miraculous. It's really kind of shocking how fast it works. It's kind of wild. So you're going to cut weight. You are going to lead into better health and better things. Look, Six of Wands. We're going to get a ticker tape parade. Yay. We never have those anymore. So here, the Knight of Wands, even you're working with the yoga instructor. This is going to be about keeping things fluid and keeping the tissues supple. There's something about your tissues and like your tendons and things. Go as slow as possible with the yoga. I can feel that there is something about the tendons in your specifically your right ankle, but it is in both of them. And there's something that feels a little brittle about them. So I want you to be careful with that. Like some people, I'm not an expert on this, but some people would say take collagen, those kinds of things. One of my best friends sells like 5 different kinds of collagen. She's amazing. And you can email me if you'd like to get her number. My email is FortuneCookiesTarot@gmail.com. It's a super easy email. But and I take her collagen and it's friggin' fantastic. But not for my herniated disc, but for the rest of me, it's doing great. I have very few wrinkles. But I want you to be careful about that right ankle. Specifically when you downward dog, I want you to go very gently on it. I'm not a yoga instructor, but I am a remote viewer, so I can feel what's going on in there. But it definitely feels like it's just a little bit brittle. So I want you to take it easy on that. Just be careful. But this is going to be, you are going to hit a point of such success and results that you're going to really be driven to stick with those. So be very academic about the kinds of foods that work well for you. I love Ayurveda dieting. I don't know enough about it. Indian medical diet. I just don't know enough about it to consult with someone. But I do think Indian medical diets are really, really helpful. That I do utilize some of the aspects for getting a bit more lofty in terms of psychic readings. If I eat a lot of vegetables, fruits, things that are up in the air, lighter fare, I do connect a lot more easily to spirit. If I find I am way too much up in the air, if I eat a steak or I eat potatoes or something under the ground, that kind of helps me ground out a little bit more. So yes, border collie. Her name is Raven, and she's down here. She is my husband's mistress, and I am the interloper. So she's just waiting for me to get out of her way so she can have her man. I'm not even kidding. She jumps between us in bed. It's unbelievable. Karen, did you want me to read on this? I don't know if Karen wants me to read on this. Karen, let me know. I put a marker on that. So let me know if you want me to come back and read on that. TD, you're doing an amazing job. Thank you so much. Yes, rich guys. This rich guy was crazy. And he didn't work. He was just spoiled rotten. He was a pilot. He was bananas. All right, I'm just scrolling through the comments, guys. Scrolling through the comments. Oh, Harriet's having a good time. I tried eating the tower. It gave me gas. Honestly, last night we were on the porch with our neighbor and our friend Corey. We were having a little Gregtoberfest, and we drank a bunch of beer. One of our Hockerschwar kegs is in the kegerator right now, and so we feel pressure to drink that beer before Oktoberfest is done. Okay, my oldest son. Hi, Pamela. So, all right. So, my oldest son has some unidentified health issues. So this is like going to be a remote view. So those of you that are new to remote viewing, so basically what remote viewing is, it is like going in with a psychic telescope. So we can look anywhere in the world or in outer space. We can look in different time. And we can look through the body. There are some people I studied with intuitive specialists. I'll put a link on there. So I know everybody, every time I talk about this, everybody wants to go over and see, take the course. Intuitive specialist. What is remote viewing? They have a 3-day course that you can take. Copy. It's run by a woman named Lori Williams, who is absolutely wonderful. She's an absolutely wonderful person. But there's a 3-day free remote viewing class that you can take on that. They will drop it. You'll get videos, I think, once a week or one a day. But you're going to be really, really surprised how well you can do it. But she has advanced courses for people like mechanics or home inspectors or medical people. Oh, Harriet, no, I'm from New Jersey. I'm a red, white, and blue American. Yeah, I'm Heinz 57 kind of mix. But oh yeah, I could be from Canada because I love the maple syrup and ice fishing. That was my accent. My former sister-in-law is Canadian, and that's her father's accent. Oh yeah, I go up to the cabin and go ice fishing. He loves ice fishing. So, all right, back to Pamela. Pamela, sorry about that. A little sojourn into Canada and accents. Oldest son has some unidentified health issues. Will they find the problem? Let me do this. So, a little remote view. Let's start at his head. I have 2 cards in the head. Page of Wands. Throat. Chest. So I'm going to stop right here, not because it's something in the throat, the head, or the chest, but because it feels that it's a systemic issue. So more like the, I want to say like the endocrine system. I don't know anything about, my Canadian accent was grim. Dang it. Sorry. So there's something about it's like the lymphatic system, maybe. I'm getting endocrine system, but I don't know what that is. I'm not a doctor. But the let me look it up. What's an endocrine system? Is there such a thing? This is what happens. And endocrinologist. What's an endocrinologist? That's what came up. What is an endocrinologist? Glands that produce hormones. So that's what I'm getting. So I'm going to zero in on that because that's, I can feel it's like all over his body. So like this has to do with like the thyroid. What else does it say? Glands, hormones, organs, pituitary glands, thyroid, testes, ovary, pancreas, adrenal glands. There's a sloppy shuffle for you guys. Diseases or thyroid problems, diabetes, all those. Is it the endocrine system? So we need an endocrinologist in here. I am going to say I think it's the endocrine system. I think this is what's kind of running the gig poorly. There's something that's not functioning. So there's some kind of hormone that's not getting to where it's supposed to go. It's being released, but it's not getting to where it's supposed to go. And this is remote viewing. Like this is what I'm seeing. It's like kind of like sputtering out of like a gland or something, and it's not going to where it's supposed to go. And so that is causing some problems. So how do we fix it? It feels like there's a leaky pipe in there. I know that sounds weird. Feels like a leaky pipe. So they may be able to go in and kind of do a repair on that. Question mark. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. But he's not there. There's a liquid that's supposed to get someplace and is not getting to where it's supposed to be. So how do we get the doctors to find this? There's a blood panel that they should do. Again, stressing, I'm not a doctor. There's a blood panel that they should do that they haven't done yet. An endocrinologist would order it. The doctors that he's seen would not order it. So the endocrinologist would be the one to kind of put it all together. And there would be a fix. There's something about like organic diet. I'm sorry. I know like when you say organic diet, it's just like, hey, here, now you're going to spend 3 times as much on your groceries. But there's something about organic diet, but you can, I know when my kids were growing up, I had talked to one of my doctors about it. And he said the chicken and the milk are the most important. And if you can get them to eat organic chicken and milk, you don't get the hormones in that, you're going to be okay, or not okay, but better than, not doing anything organic. So I just almost fell off my balance board, guys. That would have been pretty funny. YouTuber falls and cracks her head open. Yippee! So Pamela, that's what I think. I think they're going to have to go into those hormonal systems to see really what's going on. So I hope that helps. I will fix this problem with Foxy. I will fix that problem. I don't know what that is. Samantha, do you know my Scottish ex, my son's father, hates my accent? Hates it. So, Anna, it's the worst accent in the world. He doesn't really have a Scottish accent anymore. He sounds like an American. So yes, the Star Tower. I like that deck too. Oh, Desi, are you still here? Desi, are you still here? So let's see what's going on. What is the boyfriend doing? So cheater cards for my tarot students. The Magician. 7 of Swords. Knight of Wands, specifically in reverse. Wands are very sexual energy, so they will act out. They will act out. So what kind of guy is Desi's guy? Let's see what we got. Ace of Cups. Ooh, he likes a restart. He likes that fresh moment. You know, when you first start dating somebody and it's all fun and games, he really likes that moment. So he likes having a freshie, likes fresh meat. Sorry. Death card. He likes change. It's not looking good. Got one more. And 9 of Pentacles, doesn't want to be tied down. So I'm not saying that he's cheating on you. What I am saying is that he does like those new beginnings with darling gals, but he doesn't want to get tied down. So I think he may still be looking around. I'm not seeing any wands here. So that means there's no, kind of action. So I would, just kind of lay it out with him and say, hey, do you want to see other people? Are you interested in hanging out with other people? Like what's the deal? So, I would just see if he wants a longer leash or maybe wants to be off lead for a little while. So, hope you got to see that, kid. I'm going through the comments. Now you see all this stuff about Foxy. I can't believe Foxy couldn't comment on here. Mahalo, Lisa. And there's Foxy leaving. Penny's loving the lives. I love these lives. Scrolling through, guys. Scrolling through. Oof, my neck is starting to hurt too. Well, my back, neck. It's C6 and C7. The little squishy disc in between is not in good shape. Oh, I'm a shining star. No matter who I am, shining bright to be. I can't remember the words to it. I screwed it up. Bob Roberts. And here we go. Romance reading for Bob. And I'm just starring all these major comments here. So here we go. There we go. Romance reading for this month. Bob, what kind of romance can you expect? What kind of romance can you expect? Oh, Penny, I see is Hurricane Nadine real? I'm getting to you, honey. I'm getting there. I'm harping on the weather with you. I'll bust out Alicia's deck too. We'll get Alicia's deck. So, romance. What can we expect? Oh. Uh-huh. So, Bob. Oh, Bob. Bob, here's the thing. You keep seeing prospects, but you're not acting on them. Why not? If it's the concern about, not being something or another enough, if it's about that, then you have to kind of live in that moment. You have to play the part, dress up for the part. And I step to the game, find that bravado, reach down and grab it, put on a costume and go, I'm going to step out and I'm going to let these people meet this version of Bob. Everybody has an Achilles heel. Everybody has good things and bad things, but we don't get to find those out until we step to the occasion. No one's perfect. Nobody's perfect except for my husband. My husband is perfect. No, I'm kidding. But there are a lot of prospects out there. You have to act on them. It's the getting started that is the tricky thing. So, and again, I've got like the star is in reverse here. Like, man, I don't know if I want to get in all this. How they see you is a potential spouse, potential person to hang out with. So, uh, and we've got 9 of swords up here and the ace of swords. So we don't want to show up for the we don't want to step out and show ourselves to them and be like, hey, here I am, this is Bob, because you're worried that they're not going to like you. Bob, the right person is going to find very engaging things about you. So my husband has more freaking toys than you could ever imagine. He buys toys all the time. He's still buying toys. And there's a meme that's like, oh, nobody's getting laid with Legos in their room. My husband had a whole basement and bedroom full of Legos. And I find him completely engaging. He puts up with my love of weird stuff and love of fairies and hobbits and dwarves and dragons and whatnot. You never know. You never know who's into the same stuff as you. So what do we got to do to get you out of this rut? Let's look at this yellow brick road. Where is our yellow brick road? Follow the yellow brick road. So just to be clear, because I know everyone's like, hey, there are opportunities out there. I don't know if there's like, a bunch of twisted knob does sound painful. So there are opportunities out there, and really there's a smorgasbord for you right now, and you should be going out and interacting with those different folks. You absolutely should. So 9 of Pentacles, the sanctity of one's home, keeping yourself protected. There is some value to keeping your entire person concealed. It's like, you wouldn't go out with a woman in a pair of panties and a bra. Like, you want her to come out dressed and have jewelry on. You want to unwrap that package as the relationship or the evening goes on, if you're really lucky on the first night. But this is, reserve some of yourself for yourself. Just leave that in the back. You don't have to manipulate the entire experience. So, my first date with my husband was not supposed to be a date. We went to the gun club. He was teaching me how to shoot. And then we wound up going to dinner, and then we wound up going back to my house. And I saw that one of the Hunger Games movies came out. I go, oh, well, let's go see it. We can still see the 11:30 show. And he goes, I never do three things in one day. And I said, well, you're going to do three things in one day tonight. And I didn't have any kids. My kids were with my mom. And we went. And when he dropped me back off, I go, you know what? This is a date now. So, like, you got to kiss me goodnight. I'm glad I made the move. He's a good guy. So, you don't have to orchestrate the entire moment. You don't have to orchestrate the entire night. You can say, like, let's go, like Harry Potter, like when he got the Felix Felicitas potion, this feels right. We can go for coffee and ice cream and see where it goes from there. So, and this is about not trying to control the situation, not trying to manipulate the situation. I think, Bob, the next lady that catches your eye, I want you, I'm going to empower you to do this. All of us are going to empower Bob to do this. The next lady that catches your eye, I want you to write your name, phone number down on a napkin, piece of paper, give her a business card, and just walk over and hand it to her and say, I'd really like to take you out. Here's my information. Call me if you're interested. And I think that winds up becoming an easier habit for you. So, are you spreading yourself around? Yeah, a little bit, but so what? So what? It's just like if you're looking for a job. If you don't throw down those CVs, nobody's going to know what you're doing. So, really, that's you've got to start putting you got to start advertising. Start advertising, Bob. I'm following this, Bob. I want to hear more about this. So, Boney Egg, Bonnie G, Boney Egg. What is wrong with me? Bonnie G, how are you, honey? Okay. Is my son David going to get a new job offer and find a house in the New York or New Jersey area? Right here. Yes. Hang on. Let me drop Sapper's link. Getting there, guys. Just dropping Grumpy Sapper's link. There we go. All right. There we go. So, okay. Is my son David going to get a new job offer and find a house in the New York or New Jersey area? Yes, but again, this is not going to be a permanent position. It's not going to be exactly what he wants. So this is the job position. He's going to take something to get in the area. So what happens after that? Two of Pentacles. I think he's going to be one of those folks that winds up living in New Jersey and working in New York, which is not bad. I mean, the sucky thing is that for those of you that don't live in this area, in the tri-state area, if you work in New York and you live in New Jersey, you get taxed on both sides. So you have to pay income tax for New Jersey and New York. It really, really stinks. So you get double tax. It's not okay. And it's very expensive to commute. So it's kind of a pain. But I think he'll live on either, in New Jersey and commute to New York. The money will be okay, but it'll get better as he goes down the road, and he may try to work out a deal where like he's working from home. He'll take less salary to work from home. It really makes a lot of sense. So he's a go-getter. He'll do just fine. He'll do just fine. He just has to have some patience and specifically save his money. Save the money that he makes. Keep stockpiling. So it's a little tricky when you're working in the two places, but if he can remote for like 3 days a week, if he can remote in from New Jersey, that'll make some sense. So Joy, I'm going to be doing traction 3 times a week, 25 minutes for 2 weeks, and then we're going to see what happens. So Bonnie, honey, I hope that helps. Wish them lots of good luck. Okay, I'm scrolling through the comments, guys. I'm just trying to get through, and I'm gonna. Oh wow, I've been on for an hour and a half. Totally was coming on for like a half hour. It's an hour and a half now. All these electric blankets and cats. Okay. Cats can't massage you, Bob, but they can bake biscuits. I have 3 biscuit bakers upstairs. Oh, thanks, TD. I am kind sometimes. I haven't been kind with this back thing. It's exhausting me. So, in fact, I'm putting the desk down. I had this fancy stand-up desk. And getting a new chair, I think, next week. All of these things are necessary because I am rickety and old. I'm still going through the comments, guys. Okay. Love seeing Harriet in the chat here. Burnt Butterfly, you're a PA girl. I didn't know that. Are the ponies coming before winter? Oh, I don't know what that means. Oh man, I don't know what that means. Like, I'm going to put a star on that. I'm not sure what that means. TD, will you have grandchildren and when? I'm going to use a star tarot for that. Yes, you're going to have grandchildren, of course. So 3 of Pentacles and 10 of Pentacles. So what is the 10 of Pentacles for my not regularly reading tarot people? 10 of Pentacles is our legacy card. That's our, Kennedy compound, our castle keep, all those good things. So, this is legacy. This is our life goes on through the children. It moves forward. Penny, if you have any advice for the pain relief on this herniated disc, I would love it. I am taking a CBN, I think. I just started doing that. So I am trying to manage it without pharmaceuticals, but I don't know if it's working, but ice seems to be a good one. So I'm going to keep icing it. So with the 10 of Pentacles, we have family legacy, and 3 of Pentacles is moving on. We're thinking about that, thinking and contemplating it. So how many are we getting? The Tower, surprises. 7 of Pentacles, but it's in reverse. 2 of Wands, possibly two. I think that's good. I will take Tylenol, Penny. So yes, I have Tylenol in my purse. I'm like living on it. So sad. But so TD, my money is on 2 right now, but I'm intuitively getting possibly a third. So that means some for each of your kids. So hope that helps. Jody, did I miss your question? Did I? Hang on. Jody, do me a favor, repost your question because I don't think I started. Oh, wait. Hang on. I have more. I have more. Yeah, Jody, just drop your question again. I'm sorry, honey. I can't get through the chat. Karen Robson, my son and his girlfriend split in April and things have been rough. I pray things will improve. Let's see if they're going to improve for them. Star, yes, hopeful things coming in the future. Hopeful things. High Priestess, Strength, Patience, Ace of Wands, Three of Cups. So there, Three of Cups is like maybe reconciliation. Maybe the Ace of Wands is like not a new start, but like a restart. With this Three of Cups, we maybe get reconciliation and then a more learned approach to the situation. So Jody, I see your question now. I'm just gonna give it a star. Hang on. Oh, for Pete's sake, I hate this mouse. I love this mouse. Where is Jody's question? Get all the way to the bottom. Go to the bottom. There we go. Jody Kins. All right, let me get back up here. So, whoops, not that one. We're still talking about the son and girlfriend split in April. I think they may get back together. I don't know if you want that, but I think they may get back together. And I think it may be a better restoration of the relationship. So we'll see what happens with that. We'll see. So, okay, Pamela, we already did that. Let me unstar that and unstar that. So Harry's got a question. Why are all the decks of cards different? Does it depend on the question? So, so Harriet, I have, oh God, I think it's like, I think it was like 200 decks. I'm starting to actually sell some of them on eBay. You just wind up collecting them. Certain decks do kind of read differently. This I've been cranking with this pulp tarot. It reads really well on the channel, and it's just kind of doing it for me right now. But this star tarot, this one is much more you have to think about your tarot decks like they're friends that you would consult with. So you may have one girlfriend that you would talk about makeup with, and you may have another girlfriend that you would talk about like corporate mergers with. And that's kind of the flavor of it. Some of them, I have one deck that reads very much like my father's advice in business, and that's the Antique Anatomy deck. And then some of them are more playful, like the Housewives Tarot. I'll pull that one out. We'll read some questions with that. This is actually a really cute deck because it comes in a recipe box, and it actually looks like a recipe box. And this is very kitschy, and the recipe box actually has real recipes on the back, which is cute. But it's a cute little kitschy deck. It's not a traditional deck. When you get these novelty decks, I guess you would call them, when you get these novelty decks, they are sometimes they read a little bit differently. For example, let's see.
Don't like the Emperor card in this one. So the Magician is an appliance salesman. So it's not so much a guy who can answer all of your prayers and do everything for you, but a guy who kind of will give you all the answers to get you to purchase his wares. So, a little bit of a different flair there. Hi, Archangel. Welcome to the fray. It's nice to have you here. I always like those archangels hanging out. I'm a big Charlie Sexton fan. Charlie Sexton is a guitar player from the early 80s. He came out when he was 17 and he was mega hot, and he is still playing music with the Archangels, and he is super hot. So Jody, I will use the Housewives Tarot for your question. Oh, Archangel, you're a tarot reader as well. Archangel, how do you feel about your decks? Do you feel the same way I do? Like they're like different friends and they have like a little bit of a different vibe? All right, Jody, will your son win this mediation case over his landlord? One card, bang. 6 of Swords, rescue. And we are going into something good. What kind of thing are we going into good? Jody, I am so sorry that I missed your question because you are one of my favorite people in here. 7 of Cups, 5 of Swords, 6 of Wands, 9 of Cups. So I don't think he's going to win exactly the way he wants to. I think this is kind of a break-even situation. I'm not sure what the details of the case are, but in the 9 of Cups in reverse, we don't get exactly what we want. 6 of Wands in reverse, we're not successful. Hermit, we're all kind of in the same boat at the end of it all. We just kind of wind up together. But the 5 of Swords, we're working together, trying to come to a mediation, agreeable kind of thing. So I think if there is a judge or a head mediator who is in charge of this, they're going to say, listen, like nobody's going to get what they want. So you're going to get a little piece of this cupcake. You want a little piece of the cupcake. You're going to get a little bit of frosting, and there's going to be like 5 sprinkles on it. And you should be really happy with that. And if we have to do anything else beyond that, it's just going to get really messy and ugly. The energy that your son is expending on this feels tedious. It feels like there's just it's just been a constant battle, and it's almost like if he moves on 6 of Swords in reverse, 7 of Cups again. That's 5 of Swords. I shuffled this deck, guys. 6 of Wands. I did shuffle the deck. 9 of Cups. I absolutely shuffled this deck. We're getting the same cards. 4 of Cups. So, sitting back and kind of re-examining the tactics, the strategy that we're employing is a good thing. Now, I know he's working with a mediator, but okay. Your son is disabled and the slumlord is harassing him. So he's, and she wants to sue him. Got it. So, all right. So let me do this. Let me get a bead on the landlady, land slumlord. Let's see what her deal is. Three of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. Oh, cheap. She's in over her head right now. That's the problem. So, when your landlord, oh my gosh. Are we still live? Guys? Am I still on? Yes. Give me a thumbs up. My whole screen went black for a second. Oh, good. Okay, I'm still here. I'm still here. Those men in the black sedans didn't come and get me yet, for harping on the weather and everything else. I got nervous, thought I was gone. So, when you're a landlord, one of the things that you have to do is you can't be on the balls of your ass. I don't know if that translates. So that just means like you're super broke. I have no idea where that saying comes from, but people say it all the time here. So, she is running a very tight financial landscape perspective here. And so anything that happens, where she's not getting rent, where she's, having to put out for repairs or things like that, it does throw a monkey wrench in the system. The spending that she does is regretful spending. So like she'll spend, and then go, oh crap, I don't have what I need to do X, Y, and Z repairs on the apartments, blah blah blah. So that in that respect, she really is a piece of work here. So if they did like a not that this is something that they would do in the course of this suit, but if they did like a forensic financial on her forensic audit, they would find much of her personal spending has been frivolous, but they really can't. They're not going to be able to connect those dots. They're not going to be able to say, well, she shouldn't have done it. She's done no repairs for the last year. So is she going to be outed as a slumlord? Is she going to be outed as a slumlord? Yes. Woo. Woohoo. Looks like Harry there, doesn't it? Harry, Prince of Wales. Oh, poor guy. So yeah, she's gonna fight back on this. They're gonna offer her some assistance, but I think the bottom falls out for her. I think this is the beginning of the end for her, kind of being a landlord. So there's more trouble in that building. There's something about the pipes in the basement. There's something about, and it's not just the water pipes, but it's like all of the conduits that are in the basement. The ground level of this particular property, they haven't upgraded them. It's not just in the last year. Like this is like, we're looking at like 50-year-old pipes or something. So it really is. There are things that are going to start breaking and spewing out waters and liquids and whatnot. So it's coming for her. It's coming for her. But you know what? This is like poor management. Like she never should have been a landlord. Which is unfortunate. She picked the wrong job. Like some people shouldn't be a hairdresser. But let me. So that's what I think. But Jody, we can talk about that a little bit more, privately. Anyway, let me just mark up some of these, and I think I'm gonna stop at Vicky L because I am tired. Yes, Penny, please text me. And if you give me some advice about what to do for all the achiness that I have, I would really appreciate it. We're talking about cats. I love cats. Keep talking about cats in the comments. My cats are amazing. No, Harry, you didn't ruin my flow. Did it ruin my flow? I hope it didn't. Yo, I'm keeping my flow. Raven's over here shaking it. So I'm just getting to the last. Okay, Vicky. And we have Archangel. Oh, Harriet. This is Nightbot. This is actually an automated bot that I had added. This is the first time I've seen it. I thought I had it turned off. So, hang on there. Hang on there. So, I have to check the settings on him. Wild. I didn't know it was on. So okay, so I think I got everybody. So we've got Donna Atkins next. Donna Atkins, let's talk about your health. Back on the Star Tarot here. Yeah, that's crazy. I gotta fix. No, like Harriet, don't worry, you didn't offend me. I didn't even know it was on, so I actually had turned it off and made it not a moderator. So I'm wondering if that's what happened to Foxy. Skynet went live. So all right. So let's stick with this sloppy shovel. So Donna, I am getting your chest. I'm getting your chest, and it feels pulmonary, like lungs, that kind of thing. Is it asthma? Do you have asthma? I think if you are having some issues with your lungs, if you are having some trouble with breathing and getting a full breath of air, I think that there is some kind of an inhaler or something that I think that there is some. I dropped the link for TD. She's her link is in there someplace, guys. So I do think that the lungs feel not congested, not just kind of over, not thoroughly exercise. So like doing like cardiovascular exercise, it feels like you need to do more cardio. I know no one likes to do cardio. I don't like doing cardio. It's not my favorite. Sorry, taking a drink. But it feels like the lungs are not really working at capacity. And so when our lungs are not working at capacity, what it does is it does not oxygenate the rest of our tissues and the rest of our body. I am not a doctor, just want to make sure I say that. So that feels like it is setting some groundwork for some other issues coming on down the road. So that's something that I do think uh, is a remediable thing on your own. Like you just would have to walk outdoors a little bit more. There's something about getting outdoors and getting the air outdoors is really important. Breathing air outside, not in the house, is super super important for you. So make sure that you do make time for that if you're able. Morning light and afternoon light is very very important to reset the body. It actually helps us regulate our sleeping. It helps regulate to the season that it is. It helps us regulate our temperature. It really is important going outside with no sunglasses on. That's my mistake. I always go out and I put my sunglasses on. But going out and getting that afternoon and morning light is really, really important. For you, it's extra important. So if you have a pet, like a dog or something that needs to go for a walk, just go for a light walk. Nothing intense. I'm not saying go for a run. And it's practical advice. Everyone should go for a walk. We should all walk. But going out and getting the air, it's really more of the air that you need to get. So I think that will create a very very interesting change of events for you, and a chain reaction in the functions of your body, in a process of improvement. A trajectory of improvement is really what I mean. So we really do see some things happening. The circulation of oxygen and the circulation of air are very very important for you. So I know you guys are talking about gins and skins, and oh my god, yes, Yes, Gertie, my darling. I love Gertie. So I hope that helps you, Donna Atkins. Vicky, what does your boss really think of your performance? I'm going to switch up decks. We're going to go to a cheekier deck than this one. Wife of a grumpy Marine shows up. It's late, baby. What does your boss really think of you, Vicky? You sure you want to know this? So I think that's going to surprise you. So, Vicky, are you talking to me about? Have I tried a chiropractor? For 3 days a week, I go to an occupational therapist, a physical therapist, a chiropractor, and an acupuncturist. So I am all over the place. So yeah, adding the traction in, it's all at the same facility. So I'm there for about 3 hours, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I know. I've been doing it since July. It's crazy. So Vicky, let's talk about this is kind of wild. So your boss thinks of you as being very, very locked up in your kind of thinking and in your concept of work. So I refer a lot of the time to thinking beyond the box or thinking outside of the box. He wants you to think outside the box and beyond the box. He really would like to see you stretch and do more and get out of your comfort zone. Now that's like a kiss of death for me. Like, don't even do that. I actually was running more than twice the work of the other people on my team. And my boss gave me a tremendous project in my last corporate job. And it nearly broke me in half. And when I finally said, I can't do this, I got to give it back to you, like, I absolutely can't do it. He realized how much work it was and how much I was doing. And he more or less, he gave me a corporate apology, but he was like, I didn't realize like what I was giving you. And I said, "Well, why did you do it?" And he said, "I wanted to get you out of your comfort zone." I was like, "I was never in a comfort zone." So, this business of him wanting you to get out of your comfort zone, your boss wants you to get out of your comfort zone. He thinks you could be more. But the reality is that he thinks you could be more for the greater good. Really that's kind of are there opportunities available for you? There are mention of opportunities if you started to just do a little bit more, give 110%. They're going to dangle some opportunities in front of you. Bob Roberts, it was wonderful to have you here. Off you go. Good night and cuddle those cats. Love cats. Love cats. So, I think I don't think he's going to press you to take more, but I think he wants you to aspire for more work, which is just who aspires for more work? No one aspires for that. So I think really, this is you're the right fit for a vacancy there, a work vacancy. This isn't a position, but it's responsibility. So, hey, Harriet, were you unsubbed from me? I had a bunch of people that were unsubbed. Yeah, I had a bunch of people that were unsubbed. It was terrible. Good night, Bob. It's great having you here. Go get them ladies. Oh, you had to resub to me too, wifey, huh? Wild. Wild. So, what do you do with this boss? What do we do with this boss? What do we do? Archangel, I'm getting to you in a minute. Sit tight. What do we do? I would just keep doing your job the way you do it. Don't I think he is going to want you to take on more work. But you know what? Here's the thing. I'm not seeing any pentacles. So if this cat wants to, not Bob's cat, this cat, if he wants you to work a little bit more, you got to give me a little more of this. Give me more of this, more scratch, please. More scratch and you get more work. That's really how it should go. You know, a lot of these companies and a lot of work, they'll say, we'll do more, and then we'll talk about your raise when we get to your performance review, or when we get through Q2, we'll talk about raises. That's usually when we give them, and then we make our decision, in October sometime. And so, we'll eventually, give you a really good raise of like 1%, which is just insulting, when they actually do, 80% more work. So I think you just keep doing you. When they show you the money, when the money starts rolling in, then when they start offering some little bits of cash, then you can say, maybe I will do that. Maybe I will do that. So archangels, I love reading for other readers. It always makes me a little nervous, but Archangel, did you have a preferred deck? Was there any preferred deck for you while I take a sip of water? Maybe this one? Oh, the star deck. Okay, perfect. Perfect. All readers love the star deck. Everybody loves the star deck. So, all right. So for the next month, how's the next month going to go for you? So, are we talking like the next 30 days, or are we talking November? Yeah, this is a pretty deck. This is definitely a pretty deck, and it actually made me like the Crowley Thoth Tarot a lot more. So next 30 days, 30 days. In my best Maggie Smith, in 30 days from Clash of the Titans. Wheel of Fortune. Sugar Sweet. There we go. Sugar Sweet. What's crossing us? The Knight of Pentacles. Keep the money in your pockets. Princess of Cups. Six of Cups is back here. Queen of Pentacles there. All right. So, wifey, you missed about 2 hours. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. So the Wheel of Fortune, with the Wheel of Fortune in this particular deck, you can see in this Star Tarot, there's a lot of Native American illusion, illusion and illustration. So, we get the great white buffalo, we get the bear, the wolf, and the eagle. We get those totems in there. So, when we have the Wheel of Fortune, it is partly that kind of dream catcher, uh a kind of feeling where, but it's not a dream catcher as much as it's like a destiny catcher. Like we're going out with a butterfly net and trying to bring those good karmic things into our heart and into our chest, and then they become part of us and we live. So are those good karmic things, do we have the totems of the eagle? Do we have the totem of the white buffalo or the bear or the wolf? Like, what are we bringing in there? Do we bring all of those elements? Do we bring, the north, the south, the east, and the west into our body, and start to walk into our future with all of that? No, you can't be greedy like that. we're going to just take a little bit of it. And so this is your opportunity to reach out into the universe and pull those pockets of good fortune to you. Bring those. I'm gonna throw you an animal medicine card too before we wrap this up, because it is kind of uh you know kind of leaning in that direction that there is an animal totem for you. I read this position as what I call the suitcase position. It's my own defined spread in this. So in the suitcase position, this is going back in our past and either packing or unpacking the suitcase with the things that we need. So this is that 6 of cups, the things that we remember from our past, those beautiful moments from our past, the beautiful nostalgic moments of childhood, summers, sticky ice pops all over the place, jumping in the pool at grandma's house, going to the lake, going to the pool, going to the beach, whatever it may be. But a beautiful summer day, really lovely, lovely things. What I want you to do is drop the nostalgia of the way things should be, or the way things were crafted to be. So, 1950, there's a show called Why Women Kill. And the first season, Jennifer Goodwin plays this 1960s wife, and she's perfect. She is adorable and perfect, but her husband is cheating on her. And so she's going through all these crazy machinations, and she still looks perfect. And the house looks perfect. And sometimes, we expect ourselves to be on a path, even a path that we've crafted for ourselves. Like, you get married, you have kids, go back to work, get an MLM job, whatever it is, this, you have to cast off some of the belief systems of where you thought you were going to be and where you were going to manifest yourself, or what you were going to manifest for yourself. So up here, there are more people, and because you're a reader, you're probably very into manifestation and the law of magnetism, those kinds of things. There are more people that need to play a role in securing the bag of your future. There are more elements that are going to be involved. It is a collective energetic effort to bring things in. So if we have family, if we have kids and grandkids and husbands and whatnot, we have to get everybody on the same page. Everybody has to have that same goal plan. So if we want to put in a pool, build a deck, go on a vacation to the Poconos, go on a vacation to Fiji, we all have to be on the same page, and we all have to organize ourselves so that we can do our part. And that's kind of what this is. The collective really needs to go into work here. Now, while we don't have change running in the door, we don't have money running through the door to help us secure everything that we want to do, we have the ability to cultivate and nurture that money. So hang on to the money that you make and make that money make money for you. So I'm not an investment banker. I can't tell anybody to do, what to do with their money. If I did, I would be a multimillionaire myself. But in this case, the taking that, extra couple of $100 that you find, you can, stick that in a CD, and let it yield or something. I don't know. Put it in a high yield savings account, something like that. That really, I think, is more suitable than just trying to earn more money. By all means, like, earn more money if you can, bring more money into the kitty. But the money that is there, I think we need to find some flexibility, some funds that have a little bit that aren't earmarked for anything special. Like, if you were a Gen Zer or something, it'd be like, stop spending at Starbucks, go put $5 in a jar. Like, it would be that simple. So, it's like little things like that. Like, stick you have Archangel, what's your other YouTube channel? I'll go over and check you out. Here, I'm gonna have to write it down because I'm old. What is your other YouTube channel so we can all go see it? Or you can email it to me. So, yeah, I think the collective really needs to work toward the goals. You really do need to bring more people into it. Mystical Hearth Tarot reads. Hang on. I can't even spell mystical at this hour. Mystical Hearth. And I'm going to go over. I'm going to sub right now. Hang on. I'm subbing right now. Whoop. Oh, not Hearth. It's Heart, Mystical Heart. I saw a subscribership here. There, everybody go over there. Give Archangel a little sub. I just subbed. Why not? Why not? Jump out for a second. Jump back in. You guys can ask me anything. So yeah, so I think for the next month, getting the collective onto the same page is really a good idea, because you can't do it alone. You can't race to the finish line by yourself. You really do have to have more people on board. So you have to think about, when we're goal setting, you have to think about, you're really like a pit crew at the Daytona 500. Yeah, like everybody has to jump in and like kind of do their bit and get that car back on the road and moving along. It really is important to do that. If you do not, we get stuck in a situation where, where's my wand? Where we don't get any of that forward movement. We have the Chariot in reverse. We've got the Eight of Swords here. We're stuck. Some of the other people in your collective, and I'm talking about your family as the collective, not like your spiritual collective, but some of the family just doesn't see the same vision. So they need to be kind of sold on what the vision is, which is okay. Like some people don't believe it. Like my husband wants to do all kinds of crazy things around the house, and I'm like, no, because sometimes his vision is very different from mine. But then I have visions that he can't really see either. He'll just be like, okay, but he doesn't realize what's involved in the execution of that. So, oh, your family is 1,500 miles away. It's just your hubby and your dog. Well, that's okay, because you can kind of, when I say you have to get the collective on board, it's not like everybody's got to roll their sleeves up and paint the porch. What we're going to do is just get everybody to be supportive of it. Whatever that may be, whatever that goal may be. So, I want to give you an animal card. If anybody else wants an animal card, I will give some animal cards. Wrap it up here. Animal apothecary. Apothecary. So, my pleasure, Archangel. All right, so let's go. Let's go. That one jumped out. Just trust. You got a mole. Oh, moly. So 32. What is this guy's magic? Oh, it does say 32, right? Oh my God. I'm losing my mind. All right, hang in there, wifey. You're getting one too. Mole not only sees poorly, but he also hears and smells poorly too. I did not know that. The one ability he can rely on is to guide him where he wants to go with his sensitivity toward vibrations. This is why Mole comes to teach us medicine about absolute trust, and even in darkness. And it's always darkest before the storm. When you receive this card, it is a tremendous confirmation that you will find what you seek. Not only will things work out, They will also be better than what you can fathom with your current understanding of reality. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. So the image of the sapling in the card represents your stage. This little sapling up there. Look at that. So cute. Represents your stage in the game. You have no idea if you will blossom into the great oak, the poetic rosebush, or perhaps a majestic redwood. But something profound is meant for you. So, all right, I am going. This is for wifey. Wifey, sacred boundaries. You have the tiger palm. I actually just read that for one of my private clients. So, tiger palm is medicine about sacred boundaries. Tigers are masters of their territory. In the jungle, tiger says no to living near other tigers because she knows this will diminish the amount of food sustenance in her territory. Tiger says yes to living near water because she knows it's good medicine to relax and play in those flowing waters. A tiger is bold and never thinks twice about whether she should allow something toxic and dramatic in her environment, nor does she ever feel bullied or coerced into doing something she does not want to do. Tiger is so strong because she creates firm boundaries. Tiger's power comes from knowing and honoring herself. So, Margie, this one's for you. Small steps, big accomplishments. We get turtle power. Go, go, turtle power. No, it's Power Rangers. Sea turtles migrate thousands of miles each year while swimming at a slow, methodical pace. The key medicine is that you wish to manifest. The key medicine is that what you wish to manifest will take dedicated, consistent, and patient effort. Land turtle reinforces this message about the slow process toward your desire, further speaking to us about how grounded this point of view is. Small, consistent efforts will lead to long lasting success. Be patient, Margie. Do not rush for immediate rewards. Understand that immediate gratification cannot sustain what is needed for long term success. Shortcuts yield short term success and instant gratification for the weak mind. Sea turtle is not instantly born in the sea swimming toward his goal. He first must build his muscles by slowly breaking out of his shell and journeying toward his desire to be in the great sea. Allow things to develop at their own pace. Plan for a lengthy dedication toward your goal. This is a very promising card, and it speaks to happy results. You are building something great. It is full, and its full fruition needs time. Turtle's medicine shares that slow and steady efforts are of most importance to you. Something powerful is in development. What is building slowly stands strong, stands longer. Oh, penny, 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 penny. Just shuffling a little, mixing them up. Oh, Penny, you got the dragon. Nobody ever gets a dragon. It's actually 6 dragons. 6 dragons. You are a woman of many dragons. So action leads to success. 6 dragons reference the I Ching's first hexagram, the creative. In Chinese tradition, dragon creates great fortune for those who encounter him. Dragon is of service to those in need. His acts are benevolent and not self-serving. Dragon assists humans on their journey toward ascension. The presence of 6 dragons is one of the most promising cards in the deck. Foretells a successful outcome if you take the inspiration running through you and turn it into action. This collective power of the 6 dragons holds medicine in the first 6 cards of the deck. Meditate upon these cards, and they are a roadmap for the journey toward success. All humans hold dragon power. It is the energy within that we direct outwardly to create what we desire. It can be considered a masculine energy Hang on, I'm sorry, I'm choking. Where was I? All humans hold dragon power. It is the energy within that we direct outwardly to create what we desire. It can be considered to be a masculine energy, one of the initiator, the doer, the spirit of action. Commit to overcoming any roadblocks. And even if fear rains down on you, do it anyway. Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. The medicine of this card is a sign to fully submit to what you want to manifest and then initiate italics. Know, however, that self-centered desires will have limited success. Work diligently and do not expect an immediate reward. Dragon does not focus on the fantasies or of future possibilities, but acts in the now. Disciplined persistence is required. Do the work, but do not focus on how the outcome will manifest. Do the work, and life with a capital L will guide you. Six Dragons Medicine shares that what your heart deeply desires, you can achieve, but you're advised to be wise in your creation. Any man can create heaven or hell in this earth. It is your choice as to which. The six dragons ask you to make sure your wishes are in alignment for what is best for you and all creatures of the earth. If you truly come from your heart, and take dedicated action toward your goal, the six dragons will assist you and lead you to supreme success. Their medicine calls for you to come from your heart and take action now. Abundance and prosperity will follow. Wow. Wow. That was an amazing card. I love that. I absolutely love that. So, did I get everybody? Did everybody get a card? Everybody that wanted one. Jody, do you want one? Jody's getting one. Jody, I'm giving you one. Jody, you're getting a card. What do we got? Ooh, transformation. You got the Phoenix. Where are my Harry Potter fans at? Fox. Fox. To make myself feel better, I was reading a Harry Potter book and I realized it's the one where Dumbledore dies. I was making myself feel better about Maggie Smith. So, the Phoenix, Jody. The Phoenix is an ancient bird that will burn himself every few hundred years to be born anew. He diligently builds his nest with cinnamon and frankincense. Then, with one clap of his wings, he ignites his nest into a blazing fire. He endures a night filled with roaring flames and insurmountable pain. And when the sun begins to rise, he too emerges from the ashes, more brilliant and mesmerizing than the human mind can fathom. Phoenix comes with informative medicine. He says that you are on the verge of a total transformation. Although you may still be living a current reality that your past self manifested, the medicine of this card foretells a profound change is approaching. You are in the space in between jumping timelines. This timeline is your transformation from an old version of yourself into the new and evolved version of yourself. Do not get caught in the trap of believing your current reality defines what lies ahead. It is very possible that you are projecting old, limiting beliefs onto the situation. Trust that all your efforts over the last months and years are in the alchemical process of manifesting. You are now in the moment before you shift into your fullest self. You must believe the highest version of yourself is waiting and ready to be actualized. Bee Bear, you're getting one of these too. Bee Bear's a friend of mine, showing up. You get the Master Manifester, number 10. I don't know if it's the third eye crow. We're just talking about Harry Potter. And now all of a sudden we're go over at Game of Thrones. Oh, it's the Raven. So Master Manifestor. Raven lived a lonely life in the dark abyss of the universe with only one other creature, Spider. There's Spider up above. Anytime Spider crawled to Raven, Raven would freeze in terror and Spider would sadly crawl away, for she did not want to scare Raven. Often you could find Raven gazing into the endless universe and dreaming about creating the world. Everything in his heart everything in his heart wanted to experience so much more, but he just didn't know how to create it. One day, Spider saw Raven projecting his dream into the universe. Spider crawled up to Raven, and as usual, Raven froze in fear. Spider sadly looked up to Raven, suffocating in his fear. And right before Spider was about to dart away, she decided to use her voice. She said, "Dear Raven, I do not know you. Oh, I'm sorry. I know you do not trust me, but I can help you." Raven seemed to snap out of his hypnotic state of terror for a moment and looked down at Spider. "I can weave your dream into existence," said Spider. It was at this moment that Raven understood not only did he have to befriend his fear, who was Spider, but that his fear is what held the gift to allow him to manifest his dream. Once Raven could accept and deeply love all aspects of himself, one being the spider who represented his fear, then he was able to become the ultimate magician, the master manifester. B-Bear, I know you love the word master. Raven's medicine says when you honor all aspects of your being, you become whole. Wholeness equates to self-love, and your wholeness supercharges your magnetism to attract and create. When you befriend the painful parts of your personality, you will find they are the ones that hold the secrets that allow you to fully step into your purpose. So, good stuff. Good stuff we're getting here tonight. Sprout, you want an animal card too. I am on it. And then I'm going to call it a night. I'm going to go. It's 10:30, 2.5 hours. What am I doing? I was coming on for a half hour. I'm glad I did this, guys. The lives are a fun way for me to connect with you and actually get some feedback from you guys. I like the comments on my regular videos, but this is nice. So I didn't realize I still had a current comment up there. So Sprout, this is for you. Inner conflict resolution. Looks like we've got a rattlesnake and venomous snake. Sprout, you're a venomous snake, but in the best way possible. So, inner conflict resolution, venomous snake. So, venomous snake comes to speak to us about the ironic remedy of poison. The right amount of poison in our lives acts like a vaccine, allowing us to heal and build immunity toward a larger deadly dose. This poison comes to us in the form of inner conflict, suffering, and self-sabotage. Every great venture that you deeply yearn to manifest is met with agonizing inner conflict. When we are on our journey toward expansion and self-fulfillment, we will come face to face with an inner dialogue that tries to tear down our dreams. These debilitating moments of great mental anguish are put on your path for you to witness, learn from, and eventually overcome. What's going on? People are calling a hoe? That's all right. They are quite literally the catalyst for your growth. Strange how we view these thoughts as holding us back when in fact in the right amount, they can act like a vaccine that allows us to create a certain type of immunity toward future obstacles on the journey of manifesting. Despite the inner agony, congratulations. This is all a normal part of the process of your leveling up. Sorry, I read that bad. Despite the inner agony, congratulations. This is all a normal part of the process of your leveling up. This is why Falcon brought the medicine card. Falcon's up at the top because she heralds victory and overcoming your current obstacle. Acknowledge that this moment of discomfort is a part of your evolution. This is growing pain. Falcon and venomous snake combine their medicine to reassure you the outcome is promising and whatever conflict you are currently facing will soon dissipate. Take a deep breath, release, and smile. So this is the Animal Apothecary deck by Carol Elizabeth. This one I did get it in the Hay House Card Club. So if you guys want to get it, they have sales all the time, and sometimes this deck goes down to like $8. So yes, if you'd like to get it, just go to hayhouse.com and you'll see all kinds of cool stuff. The card club, I've been a member of the card club since it was a founding. I'm a founding member of the card club. I joined the card club the first season it went out. It's a quarterly. I'm going to pull the card view down because I am done reading for tonight because I'm a little crooked. But we're just going to make the desk go down a little bit more. There we go. So the card club is pretty cool. I wanted more tarot cards from it though, and I got more like oracle cards and like moonology cards. And I'm a tarot collector at heart. So I actually put a bunch of them on eBay. I'm going to flip a number of the decks that I have, but you guys can go to my eBay. I think it's Fortune Cookies Tarot. I don't even know. If you, I think I actually posted it up in my community page. I was like, I'm selling some of my decks. But I'm going to be putting more tarot decks on there. I just, Irene wants a card. Hang on, Irene. I'll give you one. I'm not letting anybody go home hungry. Don't worry. So hang on. So, wifey, I have a herniated disc between C6 and C7, and I will be going into traction next week. So, good times. So, Irene, this is for you. Oh, you know what? That's the same as what somebody else got. I want to give you a different one. We got breakthrough. So, I don't even know what that is. So, we'll look it up. Hang on. Breakthrough 29. 29. Don't make fun of me because I'm squinty, guys. I'm going to the eye doctor next week too. I'm getting new glasses. It's lizard brain. There you go. Lizard. That's a lizard brain. Lizard brain, I guess. Oh yes. Harriet, you can get one too. Yeah, I'll stick around. I'll stick around, guys. So the medicine of this card comes through when you are about to level up and have an amazing breakthrough. You must be aware that your lizard brain may attempt to self-sabotage. The eye opening in this image is likened to a seed ripping open to becoming self-realized. The reptile head at the bottom of the card represents our unconscious reptilian brain, the limbic system. This part of our brain represents fear, fight, flight, addictions, and other emotional behaviors. It hates change and thinks it can keep you safe by pulling you back from taking important risks that can lead to great success. Lizard brain will drown you in fear of potential failure and tell you to stay in the job or relationship that makes you miserable because there is a strange safety in the familiarity of what you know. Hey, at least you know it's horrible, so that's safe, right? Wrong. This is just some of the garbage logic of the lizard brain, the master of self-sabotage. There's that word again. So this card is about surpassing the prehistoric programming of our beliefs and behaviors to evolve into who we know we can be. The art of breakthrough is determined effort to constantly question your perception. Take a minute to analyze a current obstacle or moment of resistance you're dealing with. This obstacle is a golden nugget moment to challenge your perceptions. So who else said they wanted one? Was it Harriet? Harriet. Harriet. Harriet, you got abundance. Abundance the whale. Let's see what that has to say. So it's a bowhead whale. I don't know what a bowhead whale is, but we'll hold them up here. I need a handy dandy card holder. Where are my kids when I need them? My son is out partying. Not partying. He's at a birthday party. So to survive, bowhead whale must be in flow with the currents of the ocean where its main source of food lives. When a team is migrating through the Arctic waters, the lead bowhead will often break through the ice to create a hole that the following whales will use to breathe. Bowhead whale comes to you to ask you to be in harmony with the flow. The flow is the path of least resistance. It is allowing that which is bigger than yourself to guide you. This card reveals that something greater is clearing the way for a time of relief. You are in alignment with the flow where the abundance follows. This abundance is revealed to you as your true self. True self is capitalized. You are being asked to release your negative thinking and worry. Rest assured that whatever is currently bringing discord or angst will soon dissipate. Let go. Holding on to worry is resisting the state of flow. When we trust life, capital L, and surrender, we work in flow. When we work in flow, we channel, italics, which means to allow the universe to self-express through us. In these magical moments of inspiration, we allow the universe to actualize using us as the vehicle. This is bliss as we transcend the superego and are one with the ultimate oneness. This is where we realize our true self. This is ultimate abundance. Bowhead whale's medicine suggests prayer as a gateway to channeling. Ask the universe what you can do for it and not what it can do for you. It sounds like President Kennedy. What comes next is better than what you could wish for. So there we go. There we go. And I am just scrolling through these comments. I can't believe Samantha is still up with us. Oh, Archangel, you're going to be live tomorrow night or tomorrow? I don't know. I've got so much production to do tomorrow, but I'm going to try. I'll see if I can schedule a pop in there, go see your live. But with that, I think I got everybody. I hope I got everybody. Let's get that down. Yes, send healing to Anna. This is like the worst thing I've. Oh, it's an election year, so you're on American time. I love that. 6 p.m. Eastern time. Oh, that's great. Yeah, I should be done by then. But yeah, like this injury is I don't have time to heal myself right now. I'm running a psychic super empire. I'm trying to build an empire here, people. No, it's I'm getting a new chair because I think part of the issue is the seating situation. But I got a new stand-up desk, so things are really easy. I'm not like turning to the side. I had the L-shaped desk before. I gifted that over to somebody. That was really nice. One of my band parent friends needed it and needed the stand-up desktop, so I gave all those over. I didn't sell them. I'm trying to pay it forward. I got a great deal on my desk, and it's so much easier to just be able to stand up. Samantha, we've got a little guy that waves a Trump flag on the corner on our highway, and oh, Amina, I got you. You need a card? All right, this is really the last one. It's really the last one. So, I haven't seen you in a while. Oh, we got abundance again. Let's see if we get a different one. Oh, perception. perception. See, wifey, I've been envisioning this disc healing, and it's not getting on board. So I think once I start the traction, like the whole time I'm in acupuncture, I'm doing visualization. But now that I've seen the MRI, like I can kind of see what's going on in there a little bit better. But so all right, Amina, perception, ostrich speaks to us about perception. The image of burying one's head in the ground conjures a feeling of the inability to face a wider perspective. To be fair, here, I'm holding it up over here. I'm having such a hard time with my spatial recognition. So, to be fair, ostrich buries her head in the ground, not to hide, but to rotate her eggs. When this card comes to you in a reading, however, it is the symbolism of burying one's head in the ground that we are meditating on. Studies have been conducted to show that a hill will spatially be perceived as steeper when a person is feeling sad. Our emotions literally shape our perceptions. We do not see life objectively. Instead, the way we see our physical reality is influenced by our internal emotional experiences. When a situation reminds your subconscious about of an uncomfortable memory, your subconscious will start to shape what you see through the lens of that past experience. Ostrich asks you to look at your current situation and recognize what perceptions you may be projecting onto it. There's a lot of P's. One way to begin to shift your perception is to own that your understanding is never fully accurate. Instead of drowning in uncomfortable feelings, step back and understand that your emotions do not dictate the ultimate truth. Realize the control you have over your thoughts about a situation. This control is strengthened the more you become cognitively aware of your perception by questioning it. Start to notice the autopilot chatter in your mind. Listen to how it belittles you and other people around you. As the Buddhist meditation teacher and psychologist Tara Brach teaches, the primitive brain continuously hijacks our ability to be present in the moment. The thoughts are real, but rarely do they hold any validity. Tell yourself, don't believe the thoughts over and over again. This not only snaps you out of the autopilot zombie mind, but also starts to reprogram your brain to put you in charge of your perceptions. Ostrich medicine asks you to consistently practice this awareness, and you will transition from being a victim of your thoughts to becoming a master of your perception. So good advice. Good advice to everybody. So I am wifey, thank you. Thank you so much. I am going to have a glass of wine. I think I'm gonna have a smoke. I don't know. Quick, hop off. Right. No. I'm okay. I'm just not going to read any more cards. But yeah, so, this whole business with the back injury is, it is really challenging because I am a very physical person. I do a lot of stuff around the house. So, by the end of the night, like I can't really pick anything up. I can't even do laundry. Like it's really quite challenging. Getting my coffee cup, like my day starts, I go and I get my coffee cup and I take my coffee cup down and I'm like, it's horrible and it's very angry. That was one of the things that the chiropractor said. I was like, so what should I not do? Because I feel like I've done all the wrong things. And he was like, no overhead lifting. And I was like, okay, like I can't hang up anybody's laundry. I can't do any of that. But this too shall pass. Like I will make it happen. Oh my God, Jody, you fell out of an aircraft? Holy shit. I want to hear that story. I totally curse too on a live. Oh my God. I do that sometimes. Wifey, thank you very much. Thank you everybody who contributed. Thank you everybody who hung out here. Thank you to my mods. Always awesome. And Nightbot, like I got to figure out what's going on with Nightbot. I don't know if Nightbot didn't want Foxy in here, but I'll have to see if Nightbot is doing things. I just so you guys know, Nightbot is an automated bot. They're supposed to like put up comments and do blocking for like for other bots and things like that. Those of you who have been on my channel, there's Tarot Destroyer. So Tarot Destroyer shows up in various incarnations. I said the word is like, Beetlejuice may just show up. Yes, I would well, Lisa, even if I keep my coffee cup on the counter, I still have to reach up to get the coffee grinder. I still have to like reach up to put the coffee in it. Like everything hurts. It's really lame. This is years of being an athlete. This is what I'm dealing with now. So, but all right, guys, this was a great live. I'm glad we all hung out for so long. Thanks so much, Harriet. It is amazing to have you here. I'm so glad you had your first live and you got your live reading on here. But so everybody else, I wish I could temporarily move everything. I just have to call the butler in the morning. See if my husband will come go get me coffee. No, he works the overnight, so I can't ask him to get coffee. He doesn't even drink coffee. So yeah, so this is great. Thank you, everybody. I hope you all have a great rest of your weekend. I hope you all get a good brunch tomorrow. And I will be doing more content for you guys tomorrow. More toxic brides to come. I'm actually, just so you guys know, I think I'm actually gonna have Princess Diana, Princess of Wales, in Toxic Brides. I think I'm gonna do Toxic Bride reading on her. But I got a lot of recommendations. Somebody recommended Khloe Kardashian, but I don't know if I'm going there. I know like the Kardashians caused some issues with like the Sidley twins. Somebody said Madonna when she was married to Sean Penn. And I don't think the Guy Ritchie thing worked out very well either. I think the Guy Ritchie situation, I think she was kind of wacky toward the end of that. But Empress Alexandra was one, Nicholas II's bride. So, oh, you still have to watch the Amber one. Amber Heard. Gypsy Rose. You know what? I don't know anything about her. And Carolyn Bessette would be a good one too, because I do think she was a toxic bride as well. Let me add these. Gypsy Rose. Is she a bride? Is she? And oh, I gotta flip over the page. Carolyn Bessette and Gypsy Rose Blanchett. I should know more about the Blanchard. Blanchard, that's it. Blanchard. Now I just want to watch Streetcar Named Desire. It's Blanche Dubois. It means white woods. Leona Helmsley. Holy moly. Now we're kicking it old school. She's still alive. Why don't we add Nancy Pelosi while we're at it? Nancy Pelosi. By the way, I get my my Invisalign. I'm done with Invisalign hopefully in 2 weeks. So I don't have them on right now, but I still have the little attachments on my teeth. So hopefully I will. And I keep teasing everybody. I'm like, yeah, as soon as I get my Invisalign off, they're gonna tell me I have to have like a back brace on to like support this crazy wiggly spine. My spine's like a slinky right now. So yeah, rank and stank. Rank and stank. Absolutely. Absolutely. So that Harriet's comment, I'm putting it up there. Oh, she passed away a while ago. I wonder who got her shoes. Didn't she have all those shoes? That was like a whole thing. All right, we're almost 3 hours. Oh, Gypsy, is this Gypsy Rose? Oh, wow. Okay. All in 10 months. I have a different opinion about Joan Crawford. Oh, Imelda Marcos, that's a good one. I think Joan Crawford got a raw deal. That book, Mommy Dearest, was a hit piece. If you haven't read the original, it's a little hard to find it in print. I have an original copy. But it's a hit piece, and there are two other girls. If you just saw the movie, if you just saw Mommy Dearest, there are two other girls that they adopted. They were the same age. Angelina Jolie's on the list. The two little girls were the same age, but they weren't sisters, and they called them the twins. But they were the ones that inherited the lion's share of Joan Crawford's estate. And oh, the Queen Mother. God, that's a good one. She was toxic, right? The Queen. So, and toxic moms, I think Maria Fedorovna. Fedorov. I can't even say it. It's too late at night. Um, the mother of Nicholas II. I don't think she was a toxic mom or bride, but I think she was a toxic mother-in-law. I think she was a little bit tricky, but yeah, Joan Crawford. I think I don't think she was wifely material. You know, there's some women that are too much in the driver's seat, and I think that she was very much in the driver's seat. She probably should have adopted those kids by herself and just not had any husband, and just kind of broke the mold and set the pace for everybody else. But it was too soon. But yeah, that book was absolutely a hit piece on her, and it doesn't make any sense because the two daughters that got money said kind of concurred that Christopher and Christina were a little out of control, and they were difficult, and that their mother may have raised them with a firmer hand, but it wasn't anything like what was depicted in the movie. So I'll do a reading on her. I like Joan Crawford. Judy Garland. Oh, you think she was a toxic bride? I don't know. You think so? Wasn't she married like a bunch of gay men? Like, wasn't she a beard? I don't know. Pablo Picasso's first wife. Wow, you guys are killing me here. All these suggestions. I'm gonna have to open a Discord channel for suggestions. So, all right, I am gonna bug out, guys. I am gonna go. I'm probably gonna fall asleep. Anne Hesh. I think Ellen was the toxic one there. And like the whole Ellen thing, I don't know. I have questions. I have questions. Um, I think Portia de Rossi is adorable, though. I do think she's adorable. Jill Biden's on the list. Jill Biden is on the list. Oh, Ilaria. Ilaria. You mean that Spanish speaking cucumber? That's all I can think about is a Spanish speaking cucumber. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I'm going to knock myself in the head with some selenite and call it a night. I got a meeting on the porch that I got to go to. But oh, Michael Obama's on the list too, Samantha. Or, Lisa, Hillary's on the list. They're all on the list. Somebody told me Martha Washington. I'm like, what? Martha Washington? I don't know about that. But all right, I'm bugging out, guys. Everybody go get a good night. I will see you soon. Thank you so much. See you later.